Right, good morning. Basically, due to the requests, where went 7K on a 034 Motorsport on this car, I'm making this short video just to show you around what's been done, how been done, any issues. So we're gonna start with the suspension. So as this is the 4x4, I try to little bit remove the roll when you cornering. So I bought adjustable links, which is just over there. I don't know if you can see it, yeah. And I bought this anti-roll bar. So it basically comes as a set. You can buy it separately as well. So I will tell you that some of these parts, like this bottom nut, which been provided by 034, been absolute headache to put on, so I had to cut the new thread to fit it. That's from the difficulties. These billets as well, all four on the rear axle. 1, 2, 3, and another one underneath, 4. It says you need to remove this little plastic, not little, but I decided not to remove it. I removed just a couple of bolts, bend it over nicely, not to break in anything, and I was able to tighten it up. The most difficult part in here is you have to tighten the bolts quite strong when the car is set on the ground. That was the issue, yeah. So this is not so easy to do. So the next part is the lowering links. So the lowering links, because I have air suspension, I couldn't put the lowering springs, so I had to put the lowering links. So basically those ones fully installed. So to lower your car, you have to fully open the rear ones and fully close the front ones. Do you want to do the fully? Not sure. If you like, obviously you can, but I basically put a couple of notches down to make sure it doesn't come out, because when you unscrew it fully, there is no stopper. It will come out fully. So yeah, you need to be aware of that. Then obviously front part been done exactly the same. There was no issue with the nuts whatsoever. So basically, yeah, that was very smooth. Everything is kind of retrofit bolt on, so that was absolutely pleasant to install. So next one, I installed the front resonator delete, which is, I don't know how to show you that. Yeah, so this and that, and I put the mid-res X pipe over here. There was no issue to install it whatsoever, but you need to make sure you have tools, like for example, I've got that one. That made my life much easier when I cut the pipe on the car, which is not so easy to do. But with that tool, I don't remember which one I cut it on the car, but I think this one was bolt on, and I think here I had to cut because everything went straight to the back. And once you fully disassemble the part, I know, I remember. So basically those parts being here, that's what it was. So I used to cut here. So once I opened that part, I was able to open those two bolts, one here on the top, I don't know if you can see, yeah, that one, and another one is up there. Using the transmission jack here, just nicely slide out by myself all the exhaust, cut it on the ground, make sure you cut it nicely and even, otherwise you're going to create too big gap over here, and that will be not nice. And transmission mount and a billet as well. That was most easiest part, I think. The billet was just underneath here, but to fit the transmission mount, you have to remove the whole thing here. So obviously you have to use transmission mount, and you have to jack the transmission a little bit, otherwise it will be difficult to do that. So underneath the car, I think that's it. So let me drop the car now. A little bit longer process. Right, so next part, what I did, I put the spacers on the back, 12.5 mil. In the front, I don't know if you can see, but yes, in the front I put the 15 mils. I put the bullet point upgrades here because otherwise you can't screw it on. And the rest of it is pretty much the engine. Car is nice and clean. So, and this is it. So I bought the PVC hose, which is on the way to me. I don't know when it will be, but it will be at some point. I bought the oil filler cap. I bought the oil filter housing cap as well. I bought the carbon fiber inlets here, and I bought the air intake, which is full carbon fiber. But you need to be aware, if your car has got auxiliary heating, this will not fit, as you can see here. I'm waiting for the solution from the 034 Motorsport, because basically with auxiliary heating you got extra third hose here, and the filter or the frame just not gonna sit here. And obviously I bought the Wagner big intercooler, which is up there inside. I bought the grill as well, but from different place. Unfortunately it does not fit, because I got like a couple of extra sensors at the back of the car, because it's pretty much fully loaded. It just does not fit, and this is a shame. But I'm going to wrap or dechrome the whole silver parts to make sure everything looks nice, including the roof rails, including the whatever you can see silver here will be just blackened. So my opinion, as this is not sponsored video, we're not getting paid for it, it's just my pure opinion, what does that give me? Regarding the, yeah, obviously I bought the tune, I bought the stage 2 ECU and TCU on the car. I installed stage 1 because for the stage 2 you require catalytic sport cut. I'm not planning to do that because I will not pass the MOT. Regarding the anti-roll bar and links, that's about 1300 plus the import tax. The change I got with it, would I spend money again on it? No, I would not. Yeah, so it's entirely up to you. Yes, it does reduce the roll. It does change in a little bit feel of suspension. But probably if I would have another chance to decide, knowing what I'm gonna get, spend like whatever 1500 or not altogether, no, I would not. So lowering links, let me just try to lower it now so you can see what it does. I'm gonna roll out the car as well. So before we're gonna roll the car, we need to always, when you work on a car, you need to make sure you put the car in the maintenance mode, otherwise might be trouble for your suspension. Again, I got this Apple CarPlay because this car hasn't got it. Servicing, you just take it out from there. Here we go. Straight away you can feel how the car drops. So regarding the, okay, let's roll it out. Regarding the air intake, I'm very happy. I will show you before and after. Regarding the exhaust, it got this nice spot between being loud and between still being quiet. So when you're on a comfort mode, you're driving nicely, you almost can't hear it, everything is cool. When you switch it to the dynamic mode, it just goes. So as I said, this is the suspension, how it sits now. This is the rear suspension. That's how it sits now. I think that's the golden spot. I don't want it any more or less. So even when you install everything, the car sounds pretty similar. Once you're gonna tuck in the tune, that's when you feel the difference in the sound and performance, obviously, because it goes from 350 to 430, I think, with a little bit more torque. If you doubt about the making TCU tune or not, I done before and after. I can tell you it's worth doing it, because you can feel how rapidly and like just in a very right time it shifts. It brings that result. Intercooler, what it is, like $1,000 plus import tax to Spain. I would say it does worth it. Even they saying you win something by losing something. So what do you lose? You generate a little lag because the air has to travel a little bit more, not a little bit, 3 times more. You have a little lag, but if you drive on a stock intercooler, you will get a lot of hot air driving through the turbo, through the system. You will lose the boost. So by installing the large intercooler, you get a lot of cold air, and that's when you get a lot of nice boost. By the saying like you generate a little bit lag, I would say I don't feel it. I don't feel it. As soon as you push, it just goes. Obviously, yeah, if you start like comparing all before and after, yes, it is a little bit. Does it feelable? No. So guys, what I would say, I'm very happy with the results. As I said, this car will go to the dechrome now, and I think on that point I will be, let's say, done. Not planning to do anything else. Okay, before we're gonna do any installation, I'll let you hear the sound of the stock air intake. and we're gonna go from there.